is a great sign. The FA Cup in Sydney as well. A festive atmosphere for the second match of Arsenal's tour. Let's check the starting lineups now. As expected, the Gunners select a brand new 11 from the team that took to the pitch against Sydney FC. David Ospina gets his first minutes. Likewise for regular captain Laurent Koscielny. Ainsley Maitland-Niles was part of England's recent Under-20 World Cup triumph and career. It's a first Arsenal start for Alexander Lacazette, the record signing after his goal-scoring debut off the bench 2 nights ago. He links up with the fellow Frenchman Olivier Giroud. That's the starting 11 for Arsene Wenger's men. Western Sydney, a combination of the familiar and the new. Former Perth captain Josh Risdon starts for the second time pre-season for the Wanderers, as does Rolly Bonavaccia. They are 2 key signings. Jacob Milik gets a chance to impress after injuries plagued his last 12 months, and after being exposed in the Asian Champions League last campaign, Abraham Majok, the teenager, makes just his 3rd start. Marquee signing Oriol Riera is on the bench. There's the referee, our most celebrated of recent times, Jared Gillett, multiple award winner in the A-League and now an international referee in his own right. And Arsene Wenger pleased with his team's performance against Sydney FC. The only element missing was in the finishing for the Professor. Were locked and loaded in game 1. An impressive array of precocious talent made it easy on the eye. Arsenal battered Sydney FC 2 nights ago and denied by a late clearance there from Jack Clisby. It's still not dead, Miles. And it was a deflected shot there from Aaron Ramsey, who appeals for handball, but there's a pulsating move there from Arsenal.
It's great. It's great use of the body there for Lacazette. Good feet, explosive, cuts back inside. Shot on goal. Janjetovic, a good save. Keeps Western Sydney Wanderers in the game early.
Juice the goods.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. There's a lot of push towards youth development, but it's just get themselves in good positions. They're in control of that. They're in control of that. In the end, okay, you need to deal with it in the back post area. But again, it's a quality ball in. It's asking questions. Western Sydney Wanderers handled that quite well. Risdon with that final top, more regular on the score sheet. Let's see if he can get it in the action. Oxlade-Chamberlain deflected wide, and it's cracked in by Monreal. Look, he's done well. He uses his body well. The challenge here that led. There's nothing wrong with that. But Melling, he's showing, he's competing. He's out there giving it his best, and he's not going to be allowed, or he's not going to allow them to push or to try and dominate. And that's good. That's what you want to see. One of the pacier players. Xhaka has quality, has huge physical presence. He certainly doesn't have that speed to get away from people by the looks of it. Western Sydney making Arsenal work for their opportunities. Arsenal have had good moments and had good spells of possession, but Western Sydney Wanderers have contributed to this game, and they've certainly asked questions of Arsenal. Sydney derby for them. I'm sure that'll be played in front of a big crowd as well, Bash. Saw some drama in the derbies last season, that's for sure. Western Sydney, of course, the only club to lower Sydney FC's colours throughout the season. That's a lovely overlapping run from Monreal. Arsenal are in. Giroud! What a finish, Olivier Giroud. Wonderful, classy, instinctive, and Arsenal have the lead. And it's a good flow and move down the left-hand side. We spoke a little bit earlier on about Western Sydney Wanderers getting in good early positions defensively and about the cutback. See here, we eventually, it's a cutback. Giroud, that's a fantastic finish. Janjetovic can't do anything about that. The roof of the net. But again, a good pick out here, good spot by Monreal. Rather than looking to fizz it across the box this time, he gets his head up. Little cutback, 1-0. Arsenal.
Last season, 12 goals in 29 matches, a couple of the Champions League, a few in the Cup. Opens up for Arsenal. He's hacked away by Cornthwaite. Xhaka looked like he was
on the ball in that area. Start being able to turn and face forward. Start getting some forward runs from Kusakami. Majok getting on shoulders. I think they can cause Arsenal some problems and get a few sightings of goal.
There's the cry for Ospina, and that's a decent ball. Ramsey's onside, and he scores. What a run! Excellent assist, and Arsenal 2-0 to the good. That is the Gunners at their very best.
Man, they've made it look very, very simple there, haven't they? It's a fantastic long ball. Great forward run from Aaron Ramsey, who we know loves to get forward. Seen him do that so many times. In the end, unfortunately, Janjetovic is in no man's land. It's a good finish. It's a fantastic ball. It really is a fantastic ball from Monreal, but Ramsey being positive, wanting to get on the end of the things. Once he gets there again, he looks up early, you see there. Fantastic finish.
Great admiration. The long-range pass by Nacho Monreal. That is pure class.
And because again, you'll talk about if people want to pass it to death. You look, one great ball in behind, catch a team out, and you've got
bodies in dangerous areas for the Gunners. Monreal joining in. They want him to shoot. Maitland-Niles has a disappointing end to.
Lightning quick. Giroud here gets a sighting at goal.
Cornthwaite's been caught. Giroud forced wide, and keeping the arms pinned to the torso was Brendan Hamill.
You know he's got goals in his locker. He's always had goals in his locker. He's always testing, and if he can get that ball, and if he's in around about that area, he's big, he's strong, he can create half a yard. We see with the goal, doesn't need much, roof of the net.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, Iwobi. El Neni can strike them. Oh, that's a cruel deflection. 3-0 Arsenal. Janjetovic done by the deflected shot.
And you were right there, Basher. It is cruel. I mean, at the same time, you can't take it away from Arsenal there. And they're asking questions, they're getting in the right areas. But you're right here, you have a look, there's a good layback. The deflection there gives Janjetovic no chance. And at the moment, it sits at 3-0, which I've got to say is not really a true reflection of the first half and the way that Western Sydney Wanderers have performed.
No, off for Brendan Hamill. El Neni scored in that Cup of Nations final to give Egypt the lead over Cameroon that they couldn't hold on to. And he's all smiles, the Egyptian.
Going the Ox, he's running into a little bit of a blind channel, but does fantastically Oxlade-Chamberlain. This is a brilliant run. The appeal was
strong challenge. I don't think, not for me, it wasn't really a foul. It was a good, strong play.
Emi Martinez on for the second half. El Neni looking for a second goal. What an effort from Mohamed El Neni. Giroud over the crossbar. El Neni with a deflected first went for a sweetly struck and pure second, ending. Beautiful effort and half an inch out.
Well, this one certainly doesn't take a deflection. He's got a little bit of time to set it up, but he guides the bar. Normally you see those, they'll go down and go over the line. That one, unfortunately, bounces a yard out and Giroud just can't get on the end of it. Lovely technique, though. Beautiful technique.
Maybe not even half an inch, a quarter of a modern-day game. Emiliano Martinez and pretty much the entire Arsenal team. As you can see, on the goal line, referee Gillette just making sure that nobody dares to encroach. You can't really be 10 yards in this situation, but you can certainly be 6.
One thing you've got to be is brave.
Pace, part of the anatomy, who knows? Well blocked. Goal is scored in the end, though, by Western Sydney. Follow-up from Stephen Lustica. Initial effort reined in by Melling. Lustica, the former Hajduk split man. Brisbane Roar fires one home. And they're on the board of Western Sydney. Arsenal 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 1.
Well, you know, it's an opportunity which you should score from when you're that close. First one, as you say, gets whacked in here. In fact, it's the same player, hits the first one, Mellin touches it to him. Comes off the side of Giroud. Back to Lustica, and he just, you know, takes it really well into